Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Thrashers Paradise with another in-person interview because people actually exist. And they're not just things you can just end a video call with.
Or you can.
You never know. Not sure. Anyways, we're joined with Aepoch once again. We have Greg, Brett, and a new member, Nick.
I'm new member. Hi.
So for starters, this is already the most members we've ever had in one Aepoch interview.
Yeah, we're still missing a member.
Yeah, we're still...
Yeah.
But this is the first Aepoch interview that we've done with you where we've actually had a full band for once.
That is true.
So we're making progress, kids.
There's always room for improvement.
Yes. Next time you might get to meet the whole band in the interview.
Or next time we'll just replace Nick with Marcus.
Yeah. Or with the new guy. The next new guy.
Let's not hope for another new guy.
No, we don't actually want that.
No, we're here to discuss the brand new EP that came out last month, whenever this gets uploaded, I don't know. We're here to talk about Horiath. Again, why can't you guys just pick Horiath? Why can't you pick band names that just...
Or album titles that people can pronounce.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're tech.
Apocalypse. Awakening Inception is pretty easy to pronounce.
Okay, those
But
two.
then there's Karma Asphyxiation, another made-up word. And then there's Ozonihilation, another made-up word.
The Scryer, which...
The Scryer, which is a real word. It means like the seer, the person who sees into the glass. The Scryer.
Yeah.
It's a real word, and it's a song.
And now...
Bars. And now, Horiath.
Horiath.
Another real word.
Yeah. Includes a title with another possibly made up but actually real word.
Yeah.
Overrod.
Yeah.
We actually just took the name from someone else.
Yeah.
Yes!
These are all-
That
Well, they
goes,
stole it from us.
that goes into my next question. Your first show back
Yes.
to live performing is with Luthero, who happens to be performing with a brand new album with the
By
same name.
Right?
Total coincidence.
Yeah, they
Is
stole
it
it from
though?
us.
As you'll notice, we announced our album first.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And I did not know... I wrote all the lyrics to
Yeah.
this album, and I didn't know anything about their album, so...
If Marcus was here, he'd tell you, but basically he went to a party with the Luthero people. And then they're like, oh, hey, how's the new album coming along? Good, we're going to name it.
And then he gave him
All
our
right.
music.
Horiath.
Oh, no way, we're naming ours too.
So, yeah. I don't know. From what we understand, it's a big coincidence.
But who knows?
I mean, it's kind of a cool coincidence in two
So
ways.
for that reason,
Yeah.
when I found out about their show, I was like, oh, we should play it.
Yeah.
And because we're not like fucking, it's not our first walk in the woods, it's our fourth release, we should be main support because we're both releasing an album of the same name.
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
We'll
Yes.
tape them together and then have
Yeah.
a double release.
Well, the other cool thing about this too was that before this whole pandemic thing, and I had just been auditioning for the band, the first show I was supposed to be joining these guys with was
We were
with
supposed-
Yeah.
Luthero
in
came to
Hamilton.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
somehow everything's kind of come around full circle again.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
even more insane.
Now we just need to get all the other shows. that we
Yeah,
had
and just
planned
hope it doesn't get
rescheduled.
shut down a week before it happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
One more month, let's do this.
Yeah, come on.
No, I'm very excited. I do plan on going to the show. But like with the way shit's been, it's like I'm terrified to purchase a ticket and then just find out like 5 days later, like, oh hey, it's
No.
not happening. It's like,
Oh,
what
just
the
pay
hell?
the door. That's what
Hold
I've
on
been
to
doing
your
for the
ticket at
last
the door.
10 years.
That's smart.
I barely ever buy tickets. Man, when I was like younger, up until like my early 20s, I literally have a photo album of all the tickets I bought.
Yeah.
And then I just like, was like, oh, this is a pain in my ass. I'm just
Yeah.
going to start paying at the door, even though it's a couple extra dollars more. I like having the tickets, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows,
It's
right?
not worth the service charges for holding
Yeah.
a piece of paper.
Yes.
Well, then who knows? Like something might come up, and like I don't know. There's been times where I've literally bought a ticket to a show that I wasn't like dying for in Toronto, but I would have liked to see, and then I get home from a long day and I pass out and miss like, and then you don't miss the show, but you miss like the first two bands or something. And it's like I like to go for the whole show.
Yeah.
So it's like, why am I buying tickets and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I just wanna
exactly.
pay the
Yeah,
door.
of course.
Well, one thing this pandemic's definitely done was it makes me regret every single live show I missed leading up to that.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes me regret every single show I ever performed. Also, prior to the pandemic, because now I know what I'm missing.
big old slap in the face.
It makes me regret ever being a musician.
Could
Could've
just
just done my-
better
could-
things with your life.
Could have just practiced my math homework, but no,
like-
I had to learn Spawn of Possession.
I could have had a career that I was working on for the last 2.5 years, but instead we released 2 EPs.
Yeah.
What am I doing with my life?
Creating awesome music. And then getting interviewed by a guy that's half your age.
You're not half my age.
I know.
You're not,
He's like
you're not
45.
14.
No, I'm 21. You're like
He's
what?
42.
No, you're not
How old do you
42.
think I am?
You're 25, right?
I'm 28.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look 28.
Thank you.
No.
Because I'm wearing a hat.
I'm guessing you're 28 too?
27.
No, I'm band
You're
dad.
27.
He's the oldest. I was the youngest, and now he's the youngest.
Yep. 26.
26.
Well, Marcus is your age. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
the youngest.
Marcus is like weeks older than me.
Yeah, Nick
Weeks
is only
old.
2 years younger than me, everyone. He's not actually 19 or 20, like everyone seems to think.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
On the Metal Archives, it says Nick's 23, which is
Yeah.
also
that
incorrect.
has been updated to I think either 25 or
24.
27. Still
It's
not
been
correct, but
updated
it's
to
progress.
23 and a half.
I didn't realize they had ages of members in the band
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Metal Archives.
Yeah, sometimes.
Every
they do.
nitty gritty.
Every- So it's just the Wikipedia for metal bands?
Yeah.
Just intentionally
Yeah,
trying
there's
to...
like sometimes I feel
Yeah.
like they could have even a little bit more information. Because sometimes there's a lot of cool.
Brett updates all our
Trivia.
info.
Okay.
I update most of our info. You're fucking right, I do. I want it to be
I
accurate.
go on, I see last edited by Aepoch Brett.
Because one time I went on ours and then there was like incorrect information and I was like, nope.
No.
And I still don't know how to edit stuff on that website.
You have to be a member. I've been a member on that website for over 10 years, probably like 15 years, and I'm still rated as a noob. I have 2,000 CDs. I'm not a noob. I'm not a metal noob, okay?
Yeah, but how often do you post on the forum, bro?
Every review I've ever submitted on that website has gotten declined, and then they've sent me a message like threatening to cancel my membership. And it's like, what? Because I rated this album that you think is not good an 85? Like, I submitted Flub and
Yeah.
got threatened to get blacklisted. I submitted Black Crown Initiate and got threatened to get blacklisted. I submitted Becomes Astral and got threatened to get blacklisted. All those bands are now on that website.
What the hell?
I'm just a noob for life to them.
Yo,
Like, what the
elitists.
fuck?
Elitists.
Oh, look, Brett's adding another band again.
Cancelled. Fuck you. You do this
They have this
again.
picture up beside the computer screen. Like,
This guy is banned from
Brett.
ever typing.
It's that douche who added his own band again. Cancel.
Jesus.
Yeah.
My God.
You can see this is going to be a very productive and informative interview.
It always
Very.
is with Aepoch. We always get the best quality of interviews with them. I still remember the second time we've interviewed. It was you two. Outside
We
of...
just shut the shit for like 2 hours.
Yeah, at Starlight. And then I remember every time we had to stop recording, I put in a, "Hi, I'm Brett. I'm Greg. We need a guitarist."
Yeah, we did like 3 commercials.
Yeah.
And they obviously worked.
Yeah. Though that being
you
said,
saw all the commercials, right?
no,
Nick?
I saw like the one interview you guys did with Colin when you'd gotten me, and you mentioned that, and no, I don't think those ads had anything to do with it. I think contacting Mark and just him.
yikes.
Yeah.
And
just
Greg,
paid
and
this guy
Greg playing a
$300
show
for
with
no
you
reason.
in his
Yeah.
other band.
They just gave me a free shirt and told me to shut up and just let them do it.
But yeah, let us do
But yeah, I watched your interview where you talked about me before announcing it was me, and yeah,
And I think it was like not...
drive a Prius.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you're not a total pussy. Yeah. I don't drive a Prius. My mom drives me.
At least he says it with pride.
Yeah.
He's not like one of those, "Yeah, my mom drives me."
Yeah, he wears the pants.
But
Of all the drum equipment we have here, you could have done that with an actual...
it's too far. I didn't set it up.
So no. So you got the brand new EP out.
Yep. We're
Came
playing
up.
with Lutharo.
You're playing with Carl. You know,
It's been established that We copied each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And soon
We
enough,
love you, but still, you know,
yeah.
you know.
And soon we'll find out which
We love you.
which one is better, or will we ever?
They'll be way different.
No, yeah, we suck. Theirs is better.
Yikes.
Damn.
Well, I mean, they're headlining the show.
Yeah.
So.
But that doesn't mean you can't steal the show.
So
Yes.
I don't know anything about their album, but ours is a concept EP.
Yes.
So.
That is what I wanted to get into, because you don't really hear much about concept EPs. So what made you guys kind of want to take an EP and make it into like a concept?
Wasn't my idea. Wasn't
Not
his
mine
idea.
either. I had nothing to do with this.
So, years ago when we started writing the song that became Amnesia, was actually Greg, myself, and Taylor, our old guitarist. He wrote some riffs in that song, and he wrote the dissonant. Well, him and I together wrote the dissonant chorus, but he wrote like the guitar, and I wrote the bass melody. And when he put that dissonant part of the guitar into it, I was like, ooh, this is really dark. And then for some reason, just the music made me instantly think of the concept to our EP.
Mm-hmm.
And then not too long after that, I was online and I saw Mark Erskine had posted a piece of art up for sale. And I was like, whoa, that's our EP right there. Like that, or that's the concept. I eventually wanted to make it into maybe just that song or maybe a full album. I didn't know, but this is like 3 years ago. And
There's actually this whole thing about this album now that I think about it. Go on anyways.
Well, yeah, if you have more input, like, because
keep
we've
going,
talked,
keep
we've
going.
talked about it numerous times. And like, I remember I messaged Greg and I was like, hey man, there's this piece of art and I know it's like a long time down the road, but I think it's good for us. So he's like, yeah, we could buy it and sit on it until we need it.
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
Not yet, go
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I how did it become a concept? That's what we're talking about, right? So
Talk about whatever you want.
that song was really dark, and then I started to think of basically the rough ideas for what could become this concept, and then I wanted to actually do something more than we did do with it. I wanted to write an actual it was definitely an album, because I wanted to write an actual novel and have each chapter turn into
a song, kind of.
but not each chapter be the lyrics. Just
Okay.
each chapter, maybe I write the novel first, and then like there was actually a band that I did this, so I was gonna kind of rip them off. And then so they wrote a book, and then each song they wrote about each chapter, and then I ended up basically writing on my computer a really rough version of what our concept is, but it's like unedited and didn't use all the grammar and like words that I like. Some of it is
Big
just
boy
like
words.
yeah, some of it's just like really like generic words, like poor descriptions and stuff like that. But it was like for me to get the whole thing across, and then I just ended up writing the lyrics from that concept, and I'll probably never publish that unless. Yeah, I'll probably never publish it because it's just so unedited. But yeah, that's kind of how that came to be.
And so before we even made this album,
Mm-hmm.
we actually initially this was gonna be a split with a few other bands.
A
That is
three-way
true,
split.
yes.
I do remember us talking about that. I think
Oh, yeah.
last year that you were doing a three-way split.
Yeah, that's
with
about
someone.
right. We're gonna do it with a couple other bands.
Yeah. Could we name the bands?
If you want,
I mean,
sure.
yeah, we were gonna do it with Goreworm and Guevara.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
And long story short, we were like, you know what? Why don't we just make an album? Because it was like, why not? We have enough material.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of threw the idea out there of making a split.
And I don't know, the PR for
Yeah.
the split was getting really complicated also.
Yeah,
So-
it was going to be hard to find somebody who would be able to promote three bands, and everyone gets equal interest.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, it's just us or just Goreworm or just Kavar getting all the interest from the PR. So it was really awkward and hard to kind of promote it that way.
Mhm.
So that's why we were like, you know what? It's probably better if we all just release our own music.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Just
everybody felt the same way.
Get its own justice, right?
At the
yeah,
end of the day,
exactly.
they
Everyone
kind of
felt the
agreed.
same way about it. And then nothing gets it's not a waste of a release because no one got to see it in that sense.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, we decided to make it an album, and
Yeah, actually, that's along with that too. That's kind of part of the reason that the title track actually ended up making it was kind of like a last minute thing we kind of added. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had
because
like four songs. It originally ended on Flesh Totem, and we
Yes.
didn't really think we had enough time
Oh,
to really make
yeah.
it, so we added one more.
Yes.
And yeah,
Wow.
Because there was like we were trying to make everyone have around the same play time on the EP.
Yeah, like 15 minutes or something like
Yeah,
that.
so like, if you'll read the that's interesting you mentioned that, because that makes me think of something else. So if you read the lyrics of the EP, it all is very, and like we have this published description that like is coming out in all the PR. It's our quote from it. So that's basically the best you're gonna get to the concept in full.
Mm-hmm.
So if you read that description and then kind of read through the lyrics and you know what's happening to the character, the title track Hariath is all post. Like he's already dead in that song. He's already sacrificed himself to the god thing. It's all what goes through his mind as he's dying, basically.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So yeah, the whole the rest of it is the journey, and I was prepared to end it on the next song, and then we were like, let's add this other song, and then I literally wrote the other lyrics about like the other thing. So.
Wow.
And that's the thing. That is the thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is
That's
the
how
thing
this
now.
came to be.
Yes.
Came to be a thing, a real
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that is live in the plastic.
With the color of the inside completely wrong.
Yeah.
Of course. My bad.
It's
Scryer.
yeah.
It's
It's a
actually-
it's a hark back to our old days.
It's actually
before I
just
was
a
in the
Scryer
band.
CD inside of a Wraith album.
I mean, as long as it's not the issue I had, like I told you on Friday with the other CD I
Oh
bought.
yeah, it was blank.
Yeah. I bought this CD of a band from Maryland called Alica,
Yeah.
and it was their newest release, Descending, and I got it, I put it in the car, and
There's
it said,
nothing.
and there was nothing on the CD.
That happened to me once.
I had
years
something
and years
similar
ago.
like that happened to me. I went to like buy I bought a copy of Aepoch's Words That Go Unspoken at a used record store, and I was excited. Oh, I can't wait to go home, put this in the player and listen to it. And I put it in, and it's like some shitty, like trippy, like goth rock album. I have no idea who the hell it is.
But then you find
Yeah.
out they just changed their sound for that album.
No, it's like
You're like, what is this? What's
like
happening?
literally, it's like fully
is the
pressed.
wrong
It's
Hey
like
guys,
it's like
this isn't the
yeah,
right
fully
music, is
pressed.
it?
Like had the CD had the art on and everything. Like it looked like an official release, and yeah, it wasn't that album for some reason.
Wow.
But they didn't just change their sound?
No, they
There's a
just
couple
changed-
bands that did that, right? They're like black metal, and then all of a sudden they're like post-goth.
I mean, that
Yoder.
might explain some of like the high reviews for that album, but yeah, it didn't sound like the Aepoch I was familiar with.
So can you guarantee me I'm not gonna expect like
No.
some Euro dance
No.
Aepoch remix
Couple
album?
of disco beats here and there, but
Guarantee. Well, I don't know, man. Like
Yeah.
I've only listened to the one copy that's in my car. I don't know what they did with the other 250 copies.
So as long as I don't hear it be the Aepoch Earth, Fire, and Wind cover album, I'm good.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, if we covered that in our style, people would probably still dig it.
Yeah, of course.
The people who like our music already would
Yeah.
probably dig it.
People don't, well, you know, probably just continue not liking our
it is
music.
what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, death metal versions of old 80s pop songs are amazing.
They are fun. Yeah.
Like,
It's the next big thing.
What do you want to hear us cover, Colin?
what do I want to hear you go? Ah, shit.
We have a cover actually planned for the next album, like
You
set
do?
in stone planned.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is not going to affect our decision at all, but
Yeah.
we might, we're going to do more covers in
For
the future.
me, it's like, it's trying to find the best song
Mm-hmm.
that would fit your style and that you could do pretty well.
Mhm.
I don't know, like, are we talking like metal or like
Whatever.
old-
Anything. Like, I really think it's cool when death metal bands take a song that's not already death metal and
Yeah.
spice it up,
Yeah.
add faster drums and stuff.
That's cool because then it makes it like the band's
some
own
salt.
song rather
Yeah.
than just like, oh, here's us covering like The Trooper but with death metal vocals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or we're gonna cover this Cannibal Corpse song and add 3 high screams that he didn't do already in the song. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Why don't you just do
or like us covering Death.
Yeah.
Trapped in a Corner,
I
which
don't
you
know,
can
like,
find
so
on
far,
the
most of what
compilation.
Most of what we've covered has been death metal songs, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
We'd like to do something more creative than that eventually. Like the next cover we're gonna do is still death metal, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's something that I know Nick and I are both really excited about.
Oh yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
gonna be really cool.
The only band
No.
I'm thinking of that I think you guys could pull off is maybe like a Muse song.
Okay, I don't
I'm not
know.
familiar with Muse.
Like, I don't know, that's the only band that comes to mind. Like, maybe something off of Absolution album.
I know that is that a full band or one guy?
No,
Band.
it's a full. It's like
I know
three
that
guys.
they're really good musicians.
Yeah.
It'd be worth. I don't really know their shit, but it'd be worth me like listening to it to see
Yeah.
how it could sound in our style. Because we've talked about like doing a Rush song eventually in our
Oh,
styles,
that'd
something
be-
like that. Like, we definitely want to do something like that.
Yeah.
It's in the
In the works.
It's in the horizon.
it's in the talks at least at the very
It's
least.
in the horizon. Just gotta throw those in there every now and then.
I like how you still don't know how to pronounce the.
I don't. Everyone asks me, I'm like, I don't know.
Mark still calls it what you called it, high wrath.
I still call it
Harayeth. And it's actually called.
Hurrah.
But then again,
Mariah.
I can't say anything. I was pronouncing this as like Epoch for like a year when I joined. I've
I
always
mean,
just
that's like
corrected
the
myself.
normal way to say it. Normal way.
Yeah, but we're not normal.
No.
They're progressive death metal now.
Yeah.
Your face just went. Oh shit. But no, what I love about this new release from you guys is that, like I told you off camera, it has its own identity.
Mhm.
It doesn't. It's not the Scryer. It's not Awakening Exception. It's
Inception.
It's Hurrah.
I know,
It's
right?
Harayeth. It's Harayeth. It's its own identity.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
stands out. And Awakening Inception. What did I say?
You said exception.
Exception. Jesus.
Institution.
Institution.
Awakening institution.
That's what he said.
I know.
And how could we forget Apocalypse?
The Apocalypse.
Apoch.
That's before we changed our band name. It was Apache before.
Apoch. I sound like that band name would cause a bit of issues.
That's why we changed it, bro.
Yeah.
Of course.
Times.
Now Nick's in the band.
Yep.
Gee.
What a horrible decision that's been.
But no, like I love it. I think it's a great album. It really stands out from a lot of the other releases that have come out this year. For
Like what? Like what?
Yeah.
What does it stand out amongst?
He loves to put you on the spot, eh?
He wants me to think.
He did that to you like 3 times off camera. Just did it again.
I think, well, it stands out.
What is our album better than, Colin?
Yeah.
I think, shit, what can I say that won't get me in trouble?
Just kidding, man.
It's better than this.
Fire Fragment? Did I say it wrong?
This is the band.
First Fragment, Jesus! I saw the FIR and I just assumed fire, Jesus.
Earth, Fire, and Wind, baby.
All in fragments.
Yeah, you don't have to answer that question if you think it's going to get you in trouble.
Or maybe you do.
Maybe he does.
I don't know.
You want to take your phone home, don't you?
I want to take my phone. Jeez.
There's a couple albums that would like to see get more attention that have been released because okay, some bands like Aborted and Inferi, they were big bands and they rightfully so are getting a lot of attention, but I feel like sometimes people are just constantly talking about their names in the groups and stuff, and it's like there's other smaller bands like us that should be getting attention, and other bands like this other band I recently discovered, like Medium.
Oh yeah, they're excellent.
I'm pronouncing.
Venom, or I don't know how to pronounce it.
You know the
but
album?
Yeah, Deconsecrate.
Oh, dude,
Fuck.
the album
Oh.
is fantastic. Yeah, and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I would go so far as to say that I think that their album is better than ours because the mix on that album is fucking awesome as hell.
Also, you know, the riffs, the drumming, the vocals.
You're talking about my post? But yeah, no, it's like I would like to see other bands like get the kind of talks. And us.
Yeah. No, but I do like this album. I when I say I like it, it's. I don't mean it like. I mean it like it's very good. It's something
You
I
don't
could
just
see.
like it, you like it.
I could see it in the Thrashers End of the Year awards.
You're not just saying that because we're on camera. You actually
Yeah.
like.
No, I actually mean it. I
Thanks,
could
man.
see it being in the awards.
He's just kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
But you do a separate tier or a separate
gonna
list
be
for
number
EPs
one, right?
and full length albums, right?
No.
Or, oh, do you do a full thing?
Yeah.
Oh, 18 minutes and it might make the list.
Your EP last year made the list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like
It was number
almost
2,
twice
wasn't
as
it?
Yes.
long.
Yeah.
It's number 2.
Thank you.
And then album artwork, you guys were in it. I
Yep.
think it was in the top 5.
You didn't pick Skyless for album artwork. Got a Sam Nelson piece too. Fucking cost us money. But great artwork. Doesn't even get appreciated. Yeah.
You were in,
Stick my art, man.
you were in the top 10 albums of the year, though.
Yeah, but what about art? We weren't there either. Good artwork, man.
You
Sorry.
need to talk about this in your Skyless interview.
I missed my chance there.
Oh.
I don't think the year-end list was out by that time. Now I get to give him shit for it.
We'll do it right after this. We'll do the Skyless interview.
Just you guys. Nick
So-
scolding you for 20 minutes.
Yep.
So, you said you liked the artwork, eh?
Yeah.
I'm like mildly terrified right now.
But a lot of people seem to like this art too.
Yeah.
So
I think what I like about it is it's pink. You know, not a lot of metal
Little bit
bands
different.
I was
come out.
not gonna lie,
come
I was
out.
like, what the fuck, but it looked good.
well,
like, yeah.
like that's the thing, right? We did our first
pink.
album was like an orangey kind of thing, and then our last 2 albums were very similar in color scheme.
Yeah.
I
We
love,
like over there.
I love like the cover art on both of them, but
Yeah.
like after we had 2 yellow logos, I actually wanted us to have like a green. I suggested green and purple for this album.
I guess
And
we're gonna
then-
have to do that for the next one, eh?
Exactly. So we're gonna have to double it up each
Yeah.
time now. So the next album will be another pink album, obviously.
Yeah, we're just gonna go through all the color wheel until we get it done.
Yeah.
It's actually how we decide.
And then we'll do
Spin a
2
wheel.
blue albums, and then we'll do 2 red albums. So
We'll basically be like Baroness. We'll just have color name albums.
Aepoch presents T-Coys.
T-Coys
Indigo.
elation, obviously. We gotta make it a fake word.
And then the final album, if there's a final, will just be Gray. The Gray album.
Yeah.
No, it'll be Greg.
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 The Greg.
Greg's Inception.
Greg Scry Inception.
Greg Apocalypse.
Totem Flesh.
Totem. The Marcus
What?
Totem.
Do you want to ask him about that song?
What, the Flesh Totem?
One thing I want to point out really quick before we start going to different things is I like to try to use like AE things, and that did contribute in my choice for. Well, actually no, because we chose as a band what the title for this is, but
Okay.
it did contribute to my choice to use that as a song title, because in most of our other like in Apocalypse and Awakening, I used the word Aepoch in a song. I didn't do that in the Scryer.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I want to try to like bring that back. So at least we did an AE thing, and we actually
Don't touch it.
got
Don't touch it.
Candace, the artist who made that. That is actually the AE thing.
Go show
Oh
in the
my
cursive,
god. That is so cool.
So yeah, the custom Horiath logo is actually has the AE.
Yeah.
It's attached.
The AE is like our Bodum.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just
That's-
trying to keep things quirky and nonsensical.
Yeah. Norm for this band.
Yeah.
Awesome. But no, you, with unlike other releases, with this one, you released a music video.
Yes.
First music video.
Mhm.
What was that like to do that music video?
Pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
It was fun. The process for it was a lot of fun. We had ambitions to do more than one music video, but we wanted to do one. Well, like we didn't want to do like the same thing. Twice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
different scenery type thing.
we wanted to do something outside, and logistically it didn't work out. So
Count on Mother Nature. that
we do have
bitch.
plans for another music video in the future, which I don't really want to give away like the plans for that on camera. But
Yeah, I think you guys will like it. It's pretty entertaining.
yeah, it'll be pretty entertaining. It won't be just us playing. There will be
Yeah.
a slight storyline to it.
Oh.
But it was a good experience. It was
Definitely a
sweet
good
to do.
experience.
Mhm.
The dude, Ethan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ethan was awesome to work with. He was the guy who did it. his brother. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to do more.
Yeah, it's probably the most productive thing I've done in somebody's mom's basement other than record the first Skyless album.
Other than their mom.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, and I feel like it was to some degree like a learning experience on process and professionalism
Yeah.
for all of us, right?
You were sleeping during half of it.
Like a professional.
He knows how to act.
Stay the hell out of the way when it's not your parts.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if
But-
you guys ever need a makeup artist, I know someone.
Me too.
Well, you forgot your makeup artist today, didn't you, pale boy?
Yeah.
No, like I actually know one that went to like Sheridan
Oh,
for
okay.
like special effect makeup art.
Well,
for everything.
I wanted to do a music video for another one of our songs in the past, and my idea for that required makeup. So, yeah, I like it when you can kind of tell the story of the lyrics with the video, not just
Yeah, of course, of course.
show like it was. I'm very happy with what we did,
Yeah.
but if you can make it more theatrical, then that's always a little bit more entertaining.
But not at all bad for a first music video.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy
Really
with
happy
it.
with it.
How we kind of did the blue and the pink color scheme with it too.
Yeah. And earlier we did talk about a cover that's on a certain album,
Yes.
the Death cover of Trapped in a Corner.
Mhm.
And you guys actually were part of a documentary about that.
Yes.
So what was that like to be part of that EP and also get to kind of tell the story of it in the form of a documentary?
Well, it was really cool. We honestly, all we did was had to cover the song, but we knew half of it. You guys just had to relearn it or whatever.
Yeah, Greg and I have known that song for a while, and I've wanted to cover that song for a while. So it was a good experience in that regard.
But
Pretty easy in that
But
regard.
Jonah from Invicta, he was basically the mastermind. He did everything. He planned all the interviews, all that stuff.
And Jonah arranged the one that we did, the Judas Priest cover that we all kind of did.
Yes.
Yeah, that's his credit.
He fully arranged all how it's split up and stuff. So
But it was really well. It was fun. But yeah, honestly, we didn't really have to do much.
Yeah,
Jonah
like-
fucking slaved on it.
we were like talking with Jonah about or maybe I think we were talking to him about how we wanted to start recording drums for what has become Horiath.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, well, if you guys want to do this, I'm gonna get ready to do some covers with the other bands. Like, you guys want in on it?" And I was like, yeah."
Yeah.
Or he said, "I'm gonna do it for free. You want in on it?" And I was like, yeah. Record a song for free? Like, fucking right. We're into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I like recording, especially like recording vocals with Jonah. Him and I always have a good time doing that. So yeah, I really liked it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I can't really say much. I just kind of came in to track my parts for the track Trapped in the Corner cover. But yeah, it was a
It was
fun
like
process.
it was like you and I that
Yeah.
did the end arrangement though. So
Yeah.
that was because like
So-
anyone
Oh yeah,
who-
so kind of talking about that. One cool thing was the middle of the song has that like one like part where it kind of stops out and it comes in with that riff.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was like when I listened to the song, it was like, fuck man, that riff should come in again. Like it's so cool.
'Cause it's a really good riff.
Yeah. So we decided, all right, let's do that for our version.
make it a little bit more ours,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Salt
then
it
that's
up.
how we end the song.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. And it turned out great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome. Definitely is one of the better ones off of the EP.
Nice.
Which
That's
is
good.
which is very
They're all really good.
they are all really
Theirs was
good.
amazing. Cathartics.
Cathartic.
Cathartics was probably my favorite. Invictus was really good. They were all good. I'd say that Ripper's is the one that sounds probably closest to the original.
Yeah.
But I still love theirs, to be honest.
Yeah.
I listen to theirs regularly.
Yeah.
So,
Because you just want to do the Toxic Waltz sometime.
because it's fucking, yeah, it's great. And theirs it's really good production, too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, ours sounds just like the song too.
Yeah. And then that
except for the
solos
vocals.
cover.
Like, my vocals are more different.
Yeah, they're worse.
Like,
They're worse.
because I do that toilet bowl thing.
Yeah, like your vocals sounded different from every other song I think I've ever heard you sing on. Because I remember you saying when we did the interview for the EP, you wanted to try and do that high screeches for Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I, I sorry. I reacted that way because that's not what I was expecting you to end that sentence. I thought,
Okay.
When you started saying that, I thought you were talking about my my tunnel vocals. So I was getting prepared to like react to that, and then you said the high screeches for Chuck. I was like, yep.
Yeah. Like, as I remember you saying, you want, you know, you very much, you have your style, but you know, with Death, they have that pitch they hit.
Yes.
And you wanted to hit that.
Yeah, and I tried to at certain parts of the song, but at the same time, I wanted to like show my other like vocal styles too, and like whatever was fitting. But there was one part in that song where it's like, and cannot have, and cannot have, and I did like a really fucking.
You do that with like a British accent. I cannot.
So I did the tunnel vocal for that part, and that's what I've been working on a lot. I do that in Flesh Totem and Horiath as well on this album.
Signs of the Swarm influence coming in.
Yeah. Actually, I've never really listened to Signs of the Swarm.
Yeah, I just know the tunnel vocal thing.
The only bands that have influenced me to do that, believe it or not, that vocal was influenced by Shagrath, and then I found out how to tunnel it because I did the Shagrath one, which is like, ah! And then I found out how to tunnel it because of Travis Ryan, and then maybe a little bit because of like Shadow of Intent. But, like, that's where that vocal influence comes from. Cool.
Yeah.
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 Sorry. Sorry to make it the Brett show there.
No, Brett's vocals are really good. Especially that's my favorite part on the album is Brett's vocals. Yeah. They're just so thick and juicy.
I am really happy with the vocals on it.
Hard and everything about them.
I was kind of surprised that like when we launched the Flesh Totem, that was like something that people were saying is that the vocal. I heard I read YouTube comments that people were like, the new vocal is great, and I'm like, what do you mean the new vocal? Like the fact that I did the tunnel?
I paid them to say that. Sorry.
It's like I'm the only guy who's ever been the vocalist in the band, so.
I mean, we kind of got to tell you something about your vocal tracks, you know.
They've all been replaced?
Maybe.
We just sampled them all.
Yep.
Or
Next album.
Or did you do it?
No.
Next album.
Yeah.
Next album.
Next album, Nick will do some vocals.
Oh, sweet.
And maybe Mark too, if I can get.
Yeah, we're gonna have him do main vocals. He's gonna do backing vocals.
And Greg's just
next
gonna.
I'm actually gonna be playing bass on the next album too.
Nick's doing lead vocals, Mark's doing backing vocals, and I'm just gonna do falsettos.
Yep.
And who's gonna be the narrator?
Me also. Listen to my voice.
Oh.
He's gonna do it in a British accent.
So is Greg just gonna mimic a old Hollywood movie line? Just to throw in randomly.
No.
We're gonna start incorporating more G.G. Allen-esque performance art into our shows.
And tap dance.
Yep. Shitty tap dance.
Shitty tap, like literally.
Yeah.
Shitty tap. Yeah.
Covered in shit because you rolled in it like G.G. Allen
Yeah.
tap dance.
Got all the laxatives all prepped up and just ready for the show. You know?
Stop.
Come see us October.
October 23rd, Absinthe, Hamilton, Ontario.
Yeah.
Bring your fucking swim trunks.
And bring an umbrella.
Yep.
Bring a face mask too.
Yeah.
You can take it off once you're at your table and all that. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about the rules. It makes me depressed and suicidal.
Yeah. Well, at least we get to play a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
At the cost of my soul.
Yeah.
In Hamilton, of all places.
Yeah.
And this is your first time there in what? 5 years? 4 years?
No.
For me, this is my first show in Hamilton.
We played-
1 year.
We played Hamilton like definitely with Inanimate, and that was probably our last time. So
Like
probably
Doors.
3 years at this point.
Yeah.
3 years, yeah. Not at Doors. Was it at Doors?
The taco place. That's Doors, right?
Yeah.
We
Doors.
played.
I've heard a lot of
We
good
Because I
stuff
forgot
about
my
tacos.
cymbals
But
and I borrowed.
Tacos are great.
We
Raw,
played
yeah.
with
Music
Gabe.
is better.
We played with Gabe at Absinthe too. That was probably before that
That
show.
was before.
Oh, well, yeah.
So, because I know being from Hamilton,
Mm-hmm.
it's very hard for outside bands to kind of make an impact there.
Okay.
For you guys, when you go and play there specifically,
Yeah.
do you find that the atmosphere is a bit different towards bands that aren't labeled from Hamilton, or do
No.
you just feel it's another gig?
I mean, it feels like another gig to me. Like we have fans over there, like Matt Runscrow, and
There are certain people. There's another older gentleman that I can't remember his name right
He's
now.
had some history,
He has like a European name,
Mm-hmm.
and he supports us a lot, and he always comes out to our Hamilton shows. So there's always a couple people
Core Run guys too. They
that'll
usually go there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that'll show up for your band, but we have experienced it where some people will go out for the cigarette during your set because you're not from local.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. I'm pretty good at chirping the audience too, so like in a way that doesn't usually get people to actually hate us. Like so,
Yeah.
I'll kind of like if I see people leave, like I'm not gonna stop playing, but like if I see people leaving before our set, I'll be like, "Hey, motherfuckers, get back in here and fucking."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. When it's in the moment, I try to say something.
Yeah.
'Cause I want people to watch our set and then buy our merch after.
Of course, because you guys are definitely worth watching and buying merch from. Which
Well,
merch
and
will be
that's-
available at the show.
That's the thing is, if you're from blank city and you're only gonna go to the show to support the bands from blank city,
Yeah.
you're probably missing out on other bands
Mhm.
like, that aren't from around your area. Maybe that band that you didn't support their set is gonna be the best band of the night, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of dumb.
And see, with my issue, because, I've booked a show once in Hamilton, it's very hard to find bands outside of Hamilton to bring in.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like we have this handful
Yeah.
in Hamilton, and that's all we've got.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, they continually play together, and you continually see those shows, and it's like, I want to switch it up, but
Right.
there's always that fear
It's a bit of a safe zone too. Right?
yeah. So
You had
that's
Axe
like,
Lords, right?
Hmm?
You had the Axe Lords, right?
surprising. I was so surprised with how Johnny No Cash did well. Like everyone there was very excited for him,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't expecting it because none of the bands we had were from Hamilton.
Right.
It was like, oh, that worked out a lot better than what I thought.
They actually got a pretty great reception when they opened for Beyond Creation in London last year.
Who did?
Johnny No Cash. They were one of the openers.
Doesn't
Really?
seem fitting at
Yeah,
all.
well, I think they were supposed to. They were originally going to ask Skyless, and we didn't take the gig because our bass player wasn't available. And then we found out after not accepting that it was going to be Inanimate Existence and Beyond Creation.
Really?
So I guess in our stead, they got the.
Johnny No
goes-
Cash.
Yeah.
and
that-
Celtic
that-
Honestly, they put on a really good show.
Now
I
you
was
know.
really impressed. Yeah.
What? Don't need bass player to play shows.
Mhm, yep.
Learned from Greg himself in his new band.
We kicked
Also,
him
fuck you, Steve. Hi, I love you.
I'll never forgive you, you bastard.
Beyond Creation, I could have played with them.
There's always next time.
You'll play with Beyond Creation with us.
Yeah.
Don't worry, buddy.
Yay! I feel better already.
Yeah, there's something I wanted to say to one of those points, but I lost it.
Yeah.
Keep thinking,
Just got
keep thinking.
drowned
We'll-
under
we'll
all my
wait.
bullshit.
We'll wait for you. Go on.
We got all day.
Everyone just stare. It'll make it so much easier.
What kind of stare do you want? Do you want the awkward? Oh,
Oh no, he's doing a guitar cover again.
Are my riffs are stolen from my audience souls as I gaze into their eyes.
That reminds me of Andy from
Oh.
Blackground.
Can I say?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So this is what back to the thing that you were talking about, Colin. So
Yeah.
I think that sometimes, unfortunately, and it sounds like this is going to be the case for a lot of bands trying to like break through in Hamilton, like sometimes you have to play 2 or 3 relatively mediocre or shitty shows, or shows where, you're the opener or people are leaving during your set. You have to do those shows before you finally break the scene, or there's an actual term for it, but I'm just going to call it breaking the scene right now. And like we did that in Ottawa. We probably played like 3 or 4 shows in Ottawa before we actually got a following. And now like every time we play Ottawa, like one of the last times we played Ottawa, it was with Unhuman and Brought by Pain. There wasn't a ton of people there, but like everyone at that show was happy to see us with those
I
bands.
actually
Okay.
specifically remember that show because there's a guy there who didn't listen to metal. I forget his name, but he wasn't like big on metal.
Mhm.
But somebody showed him Delirium, and that like touched his heart. Kind of, he was telling me.
Mhm.
He's like, you know, that like really touched me, and you know, it helped me kind of open myself up to more metal and everything. I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
That's really
Some
cool to hear.
people.
And yeah, I feel like now we've kind of established a fan base in Ottawa
Yeah.
finally, but you have to play sometimes those few hard shows before you get
Conquer
to that
the
point
world.
where you start to actually break through a little bit.
Yeah.
Gotta play to the other bands before. you have
Yeah,
an
so
audience sometimes.
unfortunately, like, especially, like, things are almost restarting. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we've been a band for 9 years, but, like, no one has played shows for 2 years, so we may as well be a new band, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, who knows, maybe there's people who are going to start coming to shows who have never been to shows before, so you got to look at it as, like, almost a mostly new audience.
The Bedroom Warriors are gonna come out.
Hopefully, and yeah, like you got to play a couple rough shows to start working your way. Like you got to put in the work.
Yeah, of course.
Unless you magically like put out an album and get like crazy online like renownedness, like, but that's just not how it works for most bands, right? Like,
Yeah.
so you got to put in the work for those shitty shows.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm just gonna grab my drink here.
It's all good.
Ruined the interview.
Cancelled.
Or the chat.
The awkward moment when Brett just grabbed his drink.
Can you do that closer to the mic?
Yeah, I
ASMR.
want to hear all that.
So we keep talking about this show coming up.
Mhm.
And for you guys, I know you're probably all very excited. You know, this is going to be the first time this version of Aepoch gets to play together in front of a live audience.
His first show with us.
Yep.
Very excited.
He's been in the band for 2 years.
You got 2 EPs that you've released since your last show.
Mhm.
Does it make it difficult to figure out, okay, what do we actually play now?
Kind of.
A little bit, yeah.
Not really. I mean, most of it was like.
Not really.
I mean, most of it's like, okay, we've just put out this EP, so I mean, that's mostly
Yeah.
what we're gonna play,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
we'll have like a couple like other tracks that people like. I mean, Delirium's obviously
gonna-
gonna be on every set. I mean, it just
Yeah.
kind of has. to.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Why don't you just tell him our set list?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna be playing in order.
Yeah, like we want to play something from each release, but we're more focusing on Horiath at this time than we are the Scryer, even though the Scryer never
Scry is
really
gonna be
got its
like a
chance.
hidden gem that not a lot of people are gonna hear, but when they finally be like, oh, fucking this band released this album?
Yeah.
Do you ever think maybe down the line you will do like a proper release show for maybe High Riff and Scryer and make it just a mega show?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not going to count
Maybe like
that
an
out
anniversary.
I'm not going to count that out of the question,
Mm-hmm.
but Ozone is a really hard song to play live, so
Of course.
yeah. But yeah,
So it's the title track of our newest.
but that one, like, we're going to play live sooner than Ozone, probably.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that would be really cool. I would really like to do like split side tapes with Scryer and Horiath, or like split side LPs or something. But,
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean for the LP. That'd be cool.
But I also would really love to get LPs of Awakening eventually. So
Now I know Apocalypse is hitting that double-digit mark soon. in a
Oh,
couple
you
of
know.
years.
No shit.
Yeah, 2014, right? Was its release?
13. 14?
No, it wasn't 13 the demo.
15? 15.
15.
I think it was 2015. Yeah.
Shut up, bro.
So that's like a couple years away.
Yeah?
I'm assuming you've already kind of started roughly like
Yeah, you're
what should we
right.
do for this anniversary? Because this
We
was
we do have ideas.
We've
for
had
that, yeah.
ideas probably for the last year and a bit actually about it, so.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll
No
do
any
like
of these
a,
ideas?
We want to re-record the whole EP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember.
and
Yeah.
would you intentionally release it on the same day that it got released the first time?
Well, I mean, depends on
On the 10-year, I think it would be cool to release it on the 10-year.
But we have definitely brainstormed things like doing that, obviously repressing some stuff and whatnot, even though we have like 500 CDs of it still. But
We still have a bunch of CDs. Yeah, I don't think. Okay,
Oh, I bought a CD of Apocalypse actually.
if we
we got a few
re-record,
things.
Yeah.
if we re-record it, we probably won't press it on CD. If we do press it on CD, it'll be a really short run, and we would like sell it where everyone buys one. We ship both versions type thing, just to get rid of the old one. But
compare and contrast kind of thing. Compare each album to see the difference or hear the difference.
Because in some ways, like the vocals will be a little bit better, certain things will be a little bit better, and
overall, this will be better.
it'll just be better, yeah.
Somebody can finally get their copies, have both of them right there, right in the mixing
Play them at
desk,
the same
play them at the same
time.
time, and be like, "Wow, these both sound like shit.
There you go.
Why did I waste my money on this?
At
I
least
could
you
have
only
bought a
bought,
cheeseburger."
Fucking paid stupid shipping.
you only
on
had
this
to buy
shit.
one of them. You wonder why the other one was free.
It's a BOGO. I don't get one.
It's a deal for us, not a deal for you.
Yeah. And take the CD. We gotta clear stock.
For every 6 t-shirts you buy, you get a free copy of Apocalypse.
The original.
It's actually the band's birthday. It's 2021 right now.
Yeah.
It's our 9th birthday on Tuesday.
Oh shit!
Oh wow.
Got a birthday cake?
On Tuesday, yeah.
Wow.
Why would I buy a birthday cake?
Oh no, it's your band.
It's your band too now.
Yeah, it is true. But I wasn't here 9 years ago.
Welcome to the family.
Aw.
I feel like my girlfriend or my mom should buy a birthday cake.
Maybe our.
Why are you
fans
looking
should buy
at
a
me? Do
birthday
you want
cake.
me to buy the birthday
I'm
cake?
looking for some sort of agreement.
No, maybe our fans should buy a birthday cake.
Yeah.
Huh?
Start-
this Tuesday.
Start a Patreon account, clickly. We want to buy a birthday
Buy a
cake.
cake. We'll mail you a piece of cake too.
It's a really expensive cake. It happens
For
to be
everyone that chips in, you get a free
$10,000.
copy of Apocalypse.
The cake
Today
is
was the day
served
we
on
awoke
the CD.
conception.
Every donation of $15 or more will send you a patch and a CD.
Jeez, that's a great deal.
See, if it was your 10th anniversary, I'd buy a cake.
So next year.
Yeah, I'll buy a cake for you guys
We'll,
next
we'll,
year.
we'll hold you to that.
Okay.
We could do like a fucking interview on the day next year.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a plan to me. 10 years of Aepoch.
An Aepoch.
An Apocalypse.
An epoch of Aepoch.
Epoch of Aepoch.
Apache.
So in 9 years, we've released 3 EPs and 1 full length and a demo, which kind of have
And a couple singles.
redone those songs and a couple singles, yeah, more or less. So
That's a good run for a band in 10 years.
Yeah.
it's not too
With
bad.
6 different guitarists? Fuck yeah.
So it would be nice.
7.
7.
Bobby, Chris.
Ira.
5, 6. 7. Bobby, Chris, Taylor, Kyle, Ira, Marcus, Nick. Oh yeah, he's the 7th. Fuck you.
I can math.
And then we've had
Number 7.
how many live guitarists? 3? 3 live guitarists.
Lane, Gabe.
Lane never played live with us.
Did he? Oh.
No. Jamie.
Oh yeah.
Gabe did
Jamie,
Gabe, Jamie.
and Campbell.
Campbell.
Yeah. So
Shit.
hopefully Nick sticks around.
Yeah.
And Marcus.
I'm considering my options.
We'll roll the dice.
They'll give you stock options in the band's stock market prices.
That might be enough.
You get
Just
0.01
might.
shares.
Little does Nick know that our stock is negative. As soon as you buy into it, you owe us money.
We'll just hook you up to our stock options account and it's gone.
You're in a high risk mutual fund right now.
No, Nick gets 1% of all the Apocalypse sales.
Again, he's in the negative. Hey man, at least we're good sports. We make
Yeah,
fun
exactly.
of ourselves.
That is true.
Yeah.
Apocalypse, we don't sell very many copies of that online these days, but we still sell some at shows.
Mm-hmm. Because I know you guys still play Plummet off of that, which was on the demo.
Yep. Plummet,
Yeah.
people still seem to enjoy live.
We were gonna play Apocalypse Part 2 in 2020 before all those shows got canceled.
Yes, and that is a song
You
that
learn the solo and everything.
Yep. Now I gotta relearn it because I forgot it.
but I want to keep that song
Yeah.
in the rotation of the set.
Yeah, it's
'cause-
The Apocalypse too.
Yeah, because that's like the most melodic old song. And
I like the first part better. It's just me though.
Yeah, it's just you, Greg.
the part one is more of an aggressive song, and it's got a lot.
Favorite song.
It's got a lot of good riffs, but part two is more melodic. So I
Sound
feel like
Pirates of the Caribbean.
when we play with bands like Allegiant or like melodic
Luthero.
bands, yeah, like that would be a good song to play at
Yeah.
that show, but we're not
Oh,
playing
no.
it,
Dude, you
so
wanna
don't
make our
expect
set for
it.
us?
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't start crying.
I've already offered to sell merchandise for you, so sure. I can quickly.
You just want to be in the band. You want to play bass and vocals for us?
If you had to pick a 6-song set for us, what would you pick?
What's the
Put 'em on
time?
the
What's the
spot
time
again.
frame? What's the time frame?
Let's say an
Six,
average.
6 songs between 20 and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What
would you play?
I guess Flesh Totem to
Okay.
please Marcus.
He's not here.
No,
You
no,
don't have to
please
say
yourself.
that.
Please, it's Flesh Totem.
Please yourself.
He chose to go to work today. You get to pick the songs.
Honestly, I would start with Shrapnel.
Baptized.
You could just say shrapnel.
Shrapnel. the long one off of Scryer.
Yeah.
I probably save Delirium for the end because
Yeah.
that is like the song,
The banger.
the banger
It's
that
the
people
closer.
know.
It's where we negate.
Okay, yeah. Flesh Totem maybe play in the middle.
That's 3 of 6.
Plummet because, like you
The
said,
banger.
people still love it to this day.
It's an enjoyable one to do
Is there any
live.
songs that you personally really enjoy?
That-
Aside from like the popular ones?
Ozone Elation, that's my favorite.
Do you like that one a lot?
Because it's your most, it's your most heaviest one.
Okay.
It's your fastest one,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
just
it's
that
very
riff,
fast.
that opening riff is just
Dun, 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 dun.
like I've not heard anything like that before, and it stands out like a sore thumb.
Nice.
And then number 6, the last one's always the hardest one to pick, isn't it?
Yep.
Amnesia.
Nice.
Sweet.
So
Nice. That's a pretty solid set.
He
Thank you.
likes the newer stuff.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. Well, so
There you have it.
from a fan's perspective, you would want to continue hearing songs from the Scryer live
Just because,
because you haven't.
yeah, like I've heard Shrapnel live. I got lucky because you played it at your
I think-
Centuries of Decay show,
Yeah, I think that was like the only time we played that song.
and then
live.
you went into hiding.
Before I even wrote
That
the
was with
lyrics
one
to that
guitarist
song.
too, wasn't it?
That was with Ira, yeah,
I didn't even have the lyrics written at that time.
yeah, but
So it would be a better experience for people to play that. I would like to play Shrapnel live. I think
Shrapnel's fun on drums.
I think Marcus is the one who doesn't want to play that song live. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I'm probably the one who doesn't want to play Ozone live the most.
Oh,
so,
okay, that's understandable.
yeah.
I probably don't want to play Karma Fixation.
I don't want to play Karma's Fixation live either.
Karma's Asphyxiation.
It's the last,
The last
song
song
on
on
Awakening.
Awakening, yeah.
Bro, you're just
Oh,
repeating
okay.
me.
You're just repeating me.
You're just repeating me.
Brett's a noob.
Is that even like a threatening thing to say nowadays? Like you're new.
You're a noob.
Yeah, but it's insulting because that's the Metal Archives thinks of me.
Oh, true.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I threw it at him. Hits him right in that. Oh, it's like a pinched nerve.
Oh. Well, you guys have been around 10 years now. Almost 10
Mhm.
years. You've
I've been alive for longer, but
you all have been alive for longer.
Mhm.
So have I, surprisingly. So, you guys have been able to perform with so many amazing bands.
Mhm.
Up to date, you know, Beyond. No, not Beyond. Yeah, no.
have we?
Beyond Creation?
Yeah, you did! Well, that
We've played with
fest.
Beyond Creation like 6 or 7 times. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like we definitely played with Beyond Creation.
Have
Beyond
we?
Cre- Yeah.
We've played with them more than 4 times, for sure.
Okay, I only knew of the one because of Guelph Death Fest in 2019.
Yeah. We've played with a Legion 2 or 3 times.
Inanimate Extinction.
Inanimate Existence.
Existence? Did they say extinction?
Yeah.
You know what's funny that you say that is on Apocalypse we have existence is imminent and extinction is imminent. I would always get them mixed up.
Yeah.
And then Brett finally got in my head. You exist before you get extinct.
Yeah, but it's the opposite on the album.
Right. See?
So
You die and then come back to life.
Yeah, because it's different. It's about the people getting extinct and then other stuff still existing after.
But yeah.
'Cause I like to confuse everyone with my song titles.
you know, is there anyone that you still would love to one day either open for or be able to play
Dragon
with?
Force.
Dragon Force! That's like the most random band for you guys to play with.
Now, if I could pick a band, I mean, we played with them, but I want to play with them again. Zenith Passage. They were sick.
I'd love to play with them again.
I haven't played with any of these bands, so I would love to open for them.
That's why he joined. He just wants to
Yeah.
play with these bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
First Frag, all those cool bands.
I really want to play with First Fragment again. I've always dreamed of playing with Gorod. Like, that would be a huge
That would be awesome.
dream come true for me. But, what was the other one that I was...
Evanescence.
No, when you were...
Fletch God would be cool.
Buck Cherry.
Bush.
we played with Hideous Divinity. That was like a dream come true for me too. What the heck was I gonna say?
Nickelback.
Papa Roach.
If he was still around, Elvis Presley, but
Tupac.
I don't know. Okay, you said
Tupac's hologram.
Zenith Passage and the
Rivers.
We've played with Rivers once, haven't we?
Yeah.
You played Rivers of Nile?
Yeah, it was literally the lineup was stacked.
What album was that for?
Huh?
What album were they doing?
Monarchy.
Oh, shit.
It was Beyond Creation, Zenith Passage, Rivers of Nile, and us.
What?
And then I think there was another band.
I think Decrepit Birth was supposed to play that show or something, but they didn't end up getting into the border, right?
And that's
Shut
probably
up.
why we...
Yeah, I think I was supposed to go to that show.
Actually,
Yeah. I think I had a ride booked and everything, and the whole reason was Decrepit Birth was on the bill, and then they couldn't get into the country.
I
think
heard
he's
Aepoch
lying.
was opening and he didn't come.
I didn't know Aepoch was playing that show.
I think he's lying right now.
But, no, I think one of the ones that I would say is Wretched.
Wretched.
Because Wretched hasn't really been around for a while, and like when we were first starting to play with big bands, like when we first started to play with Beyond Creation and Legion, Wretched was still playing, and they were a band that since we've started I've always wanted to play with. So
One band we play with that I fucking loved is Brought by Pain. That was awesome.
that was sweet.
That was
But
really sweet.
I'd love to play with Virvum next time they come. Well, they've never came to Canada.
That'd be sick.
When Virvum comes to Canada, I'd love to be like the band to like.
I just want to
Illustrium.
keep playing with Inanimate.
Yeah,
That's
I'd
sick.
love to play with Illustrium. That'd
Illustrium.
be extremely gratifying for me.
Yeah.
I think it's a goal of every like C tier band like us to like open for Black Dahlia Murder.
Yeah.
So like something like that would be like a dream come true.
Because they were
Yeah.
supposed to come to Canada in October, I think. I don't know. Are
Did
they
it
still
get canceled?
I don't know. Did it get canceled?
I don't think it did.
'Cause it's
I think it was.
down-
I think it was just like the
Megadeth.
Megadeth thing getting canceled.
Yeah. Because it's Black Dahlia Murder, Carnifex,
Yeah,
Rivers of Nile.
After the Burial.
Were
I
they?
don't-
Yes,
I
After
don't-
the Barrel
I
was
don't
on.
listen to After the Barrel these days, but Carnifex's new album.
I still
was actually
really enjoy Rare Form. That's a solid album.
Yes, I agree. But the new Carnifex album, I checked it out and I really liked it too. So
Nice.
and they you don't listen. To
What?
Carnifex. They re-recorded a song from their first album. I thought it was awesome.
Nice.
Who needs deathcore when you have Slam?
Right?
Is that the next Aepoch t-shirt?
Maybe you think people would buy it?
We'd have to play more Slam. I mean, I'm down.
I could do fast double bass and just try to.
Take the snares off your snare.
But yeah, I mean, I'd play with anyone that we like.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot of bands I wouldn't play with.
As long as they're like progressive death metal.
Yeah,
like that,
and they weren't like assholes or anything.
We've played with Archspire.
Archspire.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Of course, I'd like to play with Thrashers Paradise again. You know who I would... You know who I'd like to play with?
Yeah?
Ophidian Eye.
Fuck
Ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd literally be jerking off side stage the whole show.
You'd probably get kicked out.
Exactly.
I'm in the band. What are you
wouldn't-
talking about?
They'd be like, that guy's not wearing a mask. Get him. And I'd be like, dudes all over the...
Fuck you guys shooting diamonds all over the stage.
Why is the floor sticky? Oh.
Man, that you should have seen that set. Pockets.
There's this band from London I think you guys would totally be good with.
Oh, yeah.
Flame Spitter.
Actually, our last Skyless gig was with Flame Spitter, and they opened. And
I know that name. I feel like I'm gonna play with them.
we were going to actually. It was the Hallowed Catharsis proto sequence in London. They were one of the
Oh,
openers.
right.
Yeah. That was going to be a thing.
And COVID.
Yeah, fucking COVID.
I was looking forward to that show.
That was too.
Yeah.
Yeah, proto sequence would have been fucking sick.
I don't really know Pro Sequence, but I'm friends with some of the people in Hollow Catharsis, so I was looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
they're a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday.
Someday the bands from Vancouver will come back
Yeah, exactly.
and then retire.
And then we're just gonna start playing country covers.
How would you feel if a show happened in this region with all of the bands that we did the split with? Do you think that would be a cool thing?
Like
That people
the
would like
cover
to see?
compilation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. I don't know, would Greg be okay with it? Is he going to be able to do black metal and tech death in the same night?
I'll be able to do it, baby.
If he could do Moors and
He's
Aepoch in the same
He's
night,
actually
he'd be-
playing with Stolos the night before our show in Aepoch in Hamilton, in London.
I think so.
Yeah, you are.
I don't know.
No, I thought the...
Nah, Stalos has a bunch of stuff.
I thought the Stolo show in Hamilton was on the 31st.
No, in London.
Oh, in
He's-
London.
Yeah, he's playing in London the day before the Aepoch Hamilton gig.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Stolos in London, and then Aepoch in Hamilton.
Wow.
I'm gonna be there at the Stolos show just to boo you.
Oh.
I'm not playing the next day.
throw goat's blood on you.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was Juice's job.
It is. It's a good point.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So,
So,
so, I think we reached the end, guys.
all
We
right.
pinnacled.
yeah.
We've covered everything to do with the new album.
And everything that didn't.
And everything. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Much
I
more
just
things.
derailed the entire interview for good 15-minute chunks.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be a part of that.
And we didn't even get into the country covers
Oh
comments.
yeah, that'll have to be for another time.
So was Aepoch gonna do like the hockey song?
Good old hockey game.
Yeah.
Do you know that artist?
Stompin' Tom Connors?
Have you listened to his other stuff?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got some funny songs.
He has a song called Bud the
song.
Spud, the Spud, and he
Oh.
has the ketchup
The
song.
bug song.
I don't know that. But listen to them, they're pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh god, this cover thing actually might happen. Apocalypse, Aepoch presents.
Barnyard Brett.
Just
No,
some
Brett
scat
solo
thing
hip
I
hop.
hate.
Yeah. Barn full of bitches coming to a farm near you.
Barn full of bases.
Aepoch in the barn.
Okay, I think it's time to put
Yeah,
down
yeah.
for a nap.
It's Brett's nappy time.
time.
Okay,
Come on, Brett, let's get you down.
as he grabs the blanket.
The moving blanket.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for inviting me over, doing this interview. Is there anything else you want to say about the EP, the show?
I would like to say that if you live near us, message us and buy our CD. We'll drop it off to you to save you shipping. Buy the damn CD.
Yeah, give us your fucking money.
Buy the damn CD.
Please.
Thanks.
they deserve it. Greg, any last comments?
Buy the CD.
We'll literally drop it off to you if you live close to us.
Buy it. Please buy it.
Buy it.
Buy the fucking CD!